Welcome to the Grit No Joy podcast. Good evening, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of Grit No Joy, the podcast where we cover breaking Canadian news. It's our pleasure to cover a story affecting both youth and adults alike that is sure to hit close to home.
You know what I did this morning, Daniel?
What?
What I do every single morning, have a fresh cup of coffee. I change it up, Starbucks, Timmy's, homemade, but I don't know if I could recall the last workday that didn't begin with a cup of coffee.
In all honesty, neither can I. It's just routine, isn't it? Even the kids are drinking this stuff daily, for better or worse.
Well, there's less for us, so I'd say for worse. Anyway, that brings us to the story today. While neither of us could imagine a day without coffee, that nightmare has become reality for the British Columbian community Mill Bay, specifically the international boarding school, Brentwood College School. Tariff hikes and trade blocks have caused a cease in coffee imports to the region.
In English, no coffee is getting into Mill Bay anymore, and the leftover stock has run out. This means that McNeil's, the student coffee store, has shut. Brugo's, the community caffeine haven, run dry. The staff room for the teachers, deserted.
You may think this isn't a big deal, but you couldn't be farther from the truth. This situation is still unfolding, but the immediate effects are pretty shocking to witness. Recent provincial testing results show that Brentwood, for its centenary year, are having its worst academic year ever, going 35 places down the provincial ranking, and are now being officially investigated by the Ministry of Education.
Yeah, guys, it's bad. Anya, we've got Jordan on the line now, a current grade 12 student and proclaimed ex-caffeine addict.
Welcome, Jordan, ex-caffeine addict, eh?
Yeah, trust me, as a junior, I was terrible. I couldn't get enough of the stuff. Now in grade 12, while I do love coffee, I can function without it, unlike the rest of the school, it seems.
Can you tell us more about the situation on campus?
It's honestly terrible. The day we ran out, Brentwood security had to be called to McNeil's because the students were banging on the doors and rioting in protest. It was like something out of The Walking Dead. The campus is a different place. You don't see anyone or hear them speak until at least 10 a.m. When teachers do arrive to class, they aren't how they used to be. I used to find some classes interesting. Now they just give us worksheets and tell us to study. I caught Mr. Luna napping in the corner of the middle of our history yesterday, and it's not the first time this has happened. When I go uptown, there are always people lurking outside Brugo's, looking through the window or just pounding on the door. It's been weeks. I don't know how they haven't realized it's abandoned. It seems too drastic. They did sell things other than coffee, but I don't think it's a business decision. I'm guessing that the staff are literally not able to come in for work anymore.
Speaking of teachers, we have our surprise guest today, the one and only Miss Borowski, who we are grateful was able to be awake and willing enough to pick up the phone. Turns out, when you were in high school, your teachers were as caffeine reliant as you are now. What's the adult side of things here?
Miserable is what it is. I've been through ups and downs at Brentwood, easy times and tough ones, but nothing compares to this. I could handle COVID band-aids, distancings, masks, no real social interactions, all that. No coffee? I just can't do it. I knew teaching would be difficult when I was studying in university, and they told me to anticipate challenges, but not that the foundation of my livelihood just might be rooted from me one day. As we don't know how Mill Bay will move on from this caffeine drought, we hope you enjoyed our episode of Grit No Joy on how caffeine sinks Brentwood. Here are some of the callbacks we received.
As a self-taught holistic wellness coach operating in the Cowichan Valley, I think that this caffeine drought will do kids a lot of good. They should be focusing on using natural wellness products like the Spirulina Healing Focus Powder Eye Cell, not guzzling the juice of death. Here's to more caffeine droughts. As the co-owner and chief roaster at Roasted Nuts Coffee Incorporated, I demand that immediate action must be taken. This is a community in crisis, and you should be taking it way more seriously. People's well-being and educational futures are at serious risk. I am sending a petition to my community in Port Alberni to organise emergency caffeine aid to these people. Bags of beans incoming.